Hey builders, Brick Ratty up here, collector of assorted plastic and Lego enthusiast. As you might know, last week was Black Friday, and here is all of the different boxes I got for my Black Friday purchases. These are just going to be for custom Lego. Let's break into these and check them out. My first package here is from Ktown Bricks. I only bought a couple of things from them. This is my second time buying from them. I ended up getting 3 different figures and a couple different parts. Let's take a look at the parts first and then move on to the figures. All my parts were bagged together. They also had a sticker, Ktown Bricks, which is the name of the company. Here are all my tiles from my order. They're pad printed, just like Lego. I always try and get a couple tiles from every company I buy from, just because they have a lot of personality and kind of show the sort of theming and brand for a company. For my current order, I ended up getting a lot more contemporary styled tiles. A lot of the products that Ktown sells is historical, whether it's pirates or a castle. I ended up getting a missing alien sign, which would be great for any alien Lego figures you might have. The diner I got because I ended up getting the Bricklink designer program diner, and all those decorated pieces in that are going to be stickers, so having some printed pieces might be good for that. Shark Attack, don't have any specific ideas for that yet, maybe something for Jaws, and of course Sasquatch in the area. I have a Bigfoot figure, could go well with that. I also ended up getting one of their armored leg prints. Only has printing on the front on these metallic silver legs. These can go great with your armored castle figures, whether it is Black Falcon figure or even the collectible minifigure Knight. Printing is really nice and spices up your figures a little bit. And lastly, for parts, I ended up getting their Dread Knight mask print, which is based off of Princess Bride. One of my older videos, I showed off a build I made for Princess Bride. I think this mask pairs very well with this Lego bandana piece. And maybe I'll have to build a new Princess Bride mock just so I can use this for it. The first minifigure I got here is Robin Hood. Comes in a nice clamshell packaging that can be opened and closed as needed. On the back, just has some write-ups about the company. It also says the villainous outlaw Robin of the Hood. And just a bunch of different warnings and such. Let's crack it open, get on the stand. In the past from Ktown, I bought a couple of heads that I thought were pretty reminiscent of Robin Hood, but they actually went ahead and released an actual Robin Hood minifigure. Looks like the body is taken off the pizza delivery guy with the dual molded arms. The legs have really great sort of tunic or almost Lego leaf-like printing, which is nice. On the sides, but not on the back, it looks like. It also has a dark green hood printed. And of course, a figure like this is going to go really well with any Forestman figures you have. You could swap out the head for something a bit more classic, like I showed earlier, this one. Also comes with an accessory, just being one of those classic bow pieces, and a tile, which is a wanted poster for Robin Hood. I think this is a very fun figure, and is very fitting for Ktown's style, being a somewhat historical figure like this. And the last things from Ktown Bricks is their Sandworm Empire 2-pack, which is based off of Dune. It's a really nice print on this that is very reminiscent of the Dune book cover. Let's crack these open and check them out. The first figure of this set is, I believe that it's pronounced Chani, or it's Zendaya's character from Dune. It has a really great printing on the protective suits that they wear throughout the movie to help on the surface of the planet because it's a desert. Really great breathing mask as well, and it has the bright blue eyes that are caused by spice intake. I think the hair is a good choice. There's also a couple different alternative heads, so I'll show off the other one for this figure. And on this one, it is just a breathing tube that goes along the head. Fortunately, it kind of cuts off there. I'm not sure if I remember exactly how it looks in the movie, but I wish it would have gone a little bit further just so it would connect to the hair. Very impressed with all the fine detailing on the torso and the legs, and having the dark metallic silver for the torso and the legs is also cool. Let's move on to the last figure, which is Paul Atreides, or In the most recent movie, Timothée Chalamet. Honestly, I don't really see much of a resemblance for this figure to Timothée Chalamet, though. And you'll see that more when I get into the alternative heads. You can see that they are very similar with their printing, but there are some slight differences, like this one has those curved lines and also the tunic type piece at the top. Hairpiece for Paul is pretty good. Again, none of their heads have back printing. For custom Lego figures, a lot of the time they'll do an alternative head. And with that, I'll put those heads on. Just a plain face, no mask detailing or anything. And just looking at this one, it's kind of apparent that it isn't Timothée Chalamet, because he should have a lot more of like those cheek line type of prints to make his face seem thinner. And with that, I really think that this is based off of the David Lynch Dune movie and not necessarily the Villeneuve version. And you can see the face is the same, but it just has those blue eyes instead of the black ones. I love getting movie figures, and with the popularity of Dune, it's great to have a company make these. That's it for Ktown. The next two boxes are from Citizen Brick. One of them is the figures that I ended up buying. For Black Friday, they released two different minifigure packs, one being based on Titanic and the other being based on Reservoir Dogs. This one's a 2-pack with a door, and this one is a 5-pack. Packaging on both of these is really fun. And with custom Lego figures, a lot of the time they kind of change up the names to avoid copyright, so it's Big Boat, Small Door, and Cops and Robbers. I'll end up doing reviews of these separately, just so I don't want to make this video too long. The left here wasn't new for Black Friday, but I didn't have this version yet in Light Flesh, and I needed to get to $250 to get their freebie, which I'll show later. And on the right are their 3 Black Friday releases, one being the Party Enthusiast, One Man Army, and the Chemistry Enthusiast. This one is obviously based off of Walter White from Breaking Bad. And this one is Rambo from all the Rambo movies. And the Party Enthusiast is an original character by Citizen Brick. This one is the Oops, All the Boners edition. They have another version of this character that they released several years ago. And I ended up really buying this one just for the intricate printing. I think their older version is more interesting with all the different designs that are on it, but it's a fun figure and I had to get it. The last big pack I got in this package is their Rusty tile packs. Pull these out quick so you can kind of get a better view at them. Here are some of the different parts. I'm honestly surprised. There's not much repetition on these. There's a pretty decent variety. I thought a lot of the pieces would just be the same. And in my other box was the Lowrider Carpool, which is their newest custom set that they made for Black Friday. I also ended up getting just a Weir open tile just to make sure I got over the $250 price mark, because this was $249.99. I just wanted to make sure that it got counted. And I also ended up getting a freebie with this one as well. So I ended up getting 2. I don't have any of their custom sets, so I had to get this one. Back here, there's some printing. We should take 1 card to reduce our carbon footprint on the way to volunteer at the Children's Hospital. And there's the names of all the characters. This one's obviously Tupac, and that one is Eminem. Not necessarily sure who those 2 characters are supposed to be. And just to list some of those features of the set. You can see that the printing on the box kind of is on all of the different sides. After cutting one of the tape pieces, you can see that the box just kind of folds in. Has a sheet with a QR code for the instructions. Bag of all of the car parts. All this is pad printed, just like Lego. And the electronics and figures are all in separate bags. Very excited for this set as well, because on the M&M figure, he has Mom Spaghetti on his sweater already. I'll do a video on this separately in the future. One of the Citizen Brick traditions for Black Friday is to have a tin with a freebie figure. This year they have this Fruitcake Guy. Has the short legs just printing on the front with that fruitcake design. The headpiece is custom molded. It was a bit tough to get off, but it does come off. Shaped like a bread loaf. I think this figure's really funny. Also comes with a long molded candy cane piece by Citizen Brick, with printing on both sides of it. Not a perfect 360 print. This is slightly different than their old candy cane piece, You can see here from one of their older figures with just red printing on it. This one has red and green. I think the top is pretty much the same mold, but it is just a bit longer. I love the weird, fun characters that Citizen Brick does, and this is just one of the kind of ugliest and also most fun figures that I have. So this really tops off the Black Friday custom Lego experience for me, and let's just kind of get an overview of everything I bought. At the end of the day, for a lot of people, Black Friday is about buying clothing or any other sort of necessary household items. But I was just glad that I could use it to buy Lego just because it is one of my biggest passions. I love getting figures from movies, and I ended up getting a ton of them that are brand new and haven't been done by other companies. For me, collecting is about getting a little piece of all the different franchises that I love and other things that I'm passionate about. I love having a physical item to represent those. Ktown Bricks and Citizen Brick really delivered on that. One of the best things about everything I showed here previously when I review things, they end up being sold out, but all of these should still be available now on citizenbrick.com or ktownbricks.com. If you like what you saw today, if you love custom Lego or custom built Lego MOCs, I have those on my channel. Please subscribe and check out those videos. I've been Brick Radiop, and I'll see you in the next video.